So, for a couple years now, I'm watching various Jets players in the box, including Michael Clemons, and he's made some silly penalties in his career, but there were a lot of plays where I thought he really held it down. This season, consuming a lot of Jets content, I noticed how much people hate Michael Clemons. Even though I don't share the same sentiment, I don't think he's going to be a star for us, but I like that he's on the team and I like that he's on the field. That might sound crazy to a lot of players, especially judging from how strongly people feel, but I just kind of wanted to go through all the Michael Clemons snaps from this game, throw a few of them on the YouTube. Okay, so there he is on the left, play the joint. Okay, so he wasn't really into play there. Let me play this at half speed now. So here he's really got to read his tackle. Besides their left tackle right here, everyone else is pretty much given a balanced look. It's going to be run or pass. He don't know. So how does he read this? Gets off the ball. Engages. So you engage, and what you're supposed to do now is you're supposed to try to bench press him off while still keeping him engaged with your hands. That way, you have control over him. You can get eyes to the backfield to try to diagnose what's going on, and then you can shed the dude and get in position depending on what your responsibilities are here. There's the bench press. There's the one arm. That's good, because when you're able to only give half your body to the tackle, you're giving the tackle less to work with for him to do his job. And he's diagnosing the play. He's noticing it's either a rollout or a run. And once he diagnoses it, because he had that extension, he was able to shed his blocker so that he could successfully trip over his teammate. But that's okay, because he did what he was supposed to right there. He's still in the same positiones. We're going to go slow-mo. Nice and cinematic. He tries to do the same thing. In this case, the tackle did a much better job of engaging. Yeah, that was a nothing burger. Okay, what's going on here now? A couple nothing burger plays where there was not really enough time to diagnose or peep if he was able to, he basically just made contact and the play just went away. So here he's over the tight end, engages, pushes him off, tackle comes to help. He's trying to chop and initiate some kind of pass move, but this was pretty quick game pass right here. Turns around, he has to hustle. He knows he's probably not going to be able to make the play, but does he hustle just in case something happens? He's running. He actually gets hands on him. Okay. Wow. This kid is looking like Barry Sanders. Hold on, let me look at the screen. Hold on. Bucky Irving catches it. So we're all swarming. I like how we're swarming right now. There's no way he's going to make the move. However, he makes the move. Michael Clemons actually gets the closest because of his hustle. Wow, that is pretty shitty. My lord, Sauce's getting blocked. Okay, well, 13 is going to be able to do a lot. He's such a physical force, so I ain't too mad at it. So the swarm mentalities is good. I feel like depending on where you're at, you might want to swarm with lane integrity. I don't know how they're being coached to do this, but that's just embarrassing in general. So he gets chop blocked. What are you going to do? However, what we've seen him do is just tunnel vision to the ball carrier. And what would have been really bad is if Baker kept it, because we've seen Clemons get played out on some keepers because he tunnel vision to the ball carrier who he thought was a ball carrier, the running back. And as a DN, what you want to do in general is you're unblocked, so you got to assume you're on the backside or they're about to do some funky shit to you, or they're pulling somebody to come after you, which they do. But either way, you kind of want to settle, shoulders square, because you don't want to get beat outside. That's what you don't want. And then just shuffle in and follow the play so that you can take away the cutback lane here. You feel me? But it looks like, did he verify that he got the ball first? No, he just went for him right away. Maybe in the film room to prep for the Bucs, maybe they're going to tell him that they rarely run keepers, which I definitely think they did in this game. So I don't think that's true. Like how 97 is just anchoring right there, trying to make this whole area just a giant blood clot. He does get pushed off, doesn't he? Damn, man. Letting the thing bang out. It looked like it was a battle. It looked like it was a battle in the trenches. A lot of their blockers did their thing. Jamie and Sherwood here. He flows to where the blocks are going. Jamie's gonna see that he's gonna try to block him. So is he gonna try to finesse him or engage him? Oh, Jamie gives him a pop. He engages him. And this is kind of good because Jamie is being sealed from going this way. So is there a cutback lane back this way, especially considering they're able to chop Michael Clemons? And listen, if they chopping you, that means they respect you. They don't think they could do a normal pull and regular block on you, so they just want to be safe and chop block you. So that is a show that they're respecting him a little bit. Regardless, the cutback lane is secure thanks to 30. So there's no over pursuit here. Everybody is kind of taking care of their own area. You see Quincy hanging, and when you hang, that means you're kind of backing up who's plugging, which is Jamie. Because a lot of times, whoever's the first guy going downhill to plug, he might get taken out by a blocker. And then as the guy who's hanging back, you got eyes on the running back. And if he goes to this hole or this hole, you're hanging back so that you got a lane to go and shut that down. You feel me? Oddly, what ends up happening is Jamie just makes the play anyway while getting blocked by a lineman. So that's really good on Jamie right there, as well as everybody being where they're supposed to be. I mean, you can kind of tell they're in full pass rush mode. What's the situation? 3rd and 29. Oh, I forgot how many flags was thrown. Yeah, so it's going to be a 3rd and 29. So you'll see the center is kind of vacated. As far as the D-line's concerned, D-line are lined outside. Kind of a telltale sign that they're in full pass rush mode. Let's see what's handy. I mean, their O-line just blocks everybody. Oh, yeah, and the freaking flag. So a lot of people are saying this was not a PI. The reason why the ref might want to call this a PI, let me see if I can find the broadcast joint. Hold on, bro. A little more fidelity. So why the ref would want to call this a PI is because Sauce is holding back one of his arms. And you can't fiddle with them like that if they're trying to catch the ball. Now, the way Sauce does it is accidental, or he's making it look accidental. Either way, a ref might want to call that, unfortunately for us. So it's not that he was tugging on his jersey, holding him. It's just that you didn't allow him to catch the ball fair and square because you had one of his arms pulled back, even if you make it look like an accident. Because they know how savvy corners can be, you know, you can make it look like an accident, so they just gonna have to call it regardless. Okay, I kind of like this. I kind of like this. Half speed. Michael Bay shit, slow motion. All the O-linemen that are in front of Michael Clemons that he's reading, taking a step this way. So does he. That's his first step. He anchors. He tries to engage who he needs to engage. Read the play. I think he's feeling the softness of the blocks, which means they're trying to do some weird shit with him, which, as you can see, they pulled somebody and they're probably going to try to block him. He braces for it, which, yes, that's what you do. He just magicians his way around. He gets his head around to where they're trying to seal him off away from him and was able to get a hand on the running back here. So that's actually really good. Sherwood gets a pop on him. I think Sherwood and Clemons share this tackle credit here. I like that. I like that. That's what you're supposed to do. And this is maybe part of the reason why they want to try to respect you depending on the play. When they pull somebody to block you and they want to cut him in the beginning because he could do things like this. He could take on a pulling blocker and still get himself in position. I like that. Okay, there goes the kid right there. Yes, that's what I want to see from that boy right here. This is the shit right here. This is the type of shit we need him to do. So he's going unblocked. Your assumption is you're the backside guy, so they're going to leave you unblocked or they're going to pull somebody or do some weird shit with you, right? He doesn't tunnel vision. I get that he is angled rather than staying square and then working in, but you know, we don't know how he's being coached to play this. The bottom line is we want him to keep his responsibility, aka take away cutback lanes, and also keep eyes on the keeper, which is the QB. So he doesn't just torpedo in. He's staying where he's supposed to be. He has made damn sure Baker does not have the ball. And he's kind of flowing with the play. That's good. I like that. Because a lot of people be saying, oh, that's stupid. You made a stupid mistake. You got to be careful not to cherry pick. I mean, we don't got to like cherry pick his good plays. But in the whole mosaic in his body of work, if he's doing this most of the time, you're in a decent spot. Clemons comes off the ball, pass rushing. Tries to just chop, swim his way on the outside. And he's actually able to beat his blocker to where Baker can't just sit there and do what he wants to do. Baker has to move. So Clemons actually forced him out the pocket. But my Lord, can you get more open than that? So this is just for personal research. I played in the box, played tight end, I played receiver, I've been emergency linebacker. I'm a baby when it comes to coverage, so I'm just watching this for learning, not for teaching. I mean, it looks like cover 2 once the play goes. Because we showed single high, but our single high went here. And then we had one of these knuckleheads here. How many do we rush? 4, so 2 high, 5 underneath. I mean, the Bucs did the right thing. So whoever has this underneath zone, they're in a conundrum because they got 2 receivers that they got to think about. They got this guy and they got this guy. You would love for him to be passed on to his zone and for him to just pass this guy off here, but the timing of it is not really going to allow for that. Either timing or the communication. And he does the right thing. He sits in the soft spot. Bada bing. Yeah. I mean, they just called the right play. There's things you could do, but we didn't. Clemons on the right, over the tight end. Okay, cool. He called something interesting. Looking at just Clemons' side, he wasn't reading the blocker when he went inside. That's just where he was supposed to go. 56 takes over the edge here. One thing I did appreciate is Wilkes called a more like balanced defense. We showed one coverage but rotated into another. We did different things. We weren't being too obvious. So I really appreciate that by Wilkes. So I'm not surprised that we performed way better on defense. One of those touchdowns obviously was scored by pick 6. They finally allowed less than 30 points, but some of the receivers just made epic catches. Baker Mayfield was looking like Barry Sanders at times. Damn. Yeah, so you see Michael C right here. He engages his guy and he flows inside, especially because like if it's a run, you do not want this. You do not want this gap because Clemons is able to work in. That gap closes. Michael Clemons against a tight end. Michael Clemons is probably not going to be too pressed, but obviously it was a quick pass, not no run. And 13 is just going to do that. I mean, it's not even like 13 was wide open. I mean, 13 is just 13. You already know how he is. Clemons on the right, over the tight end. He does that thing again. He engages, bench press, diagnose the play, shed your blocker. He did what he was supposed to do. Obviously, he just had a cutback lane. We're in the middle of the second quarter. Michael Clemons has not given away a cutback lane yet, so that's really good. Same thing here. Engage, bench press, only give half your body. Beautiful. And beautiful by the whole defense, really, because Clemons is properly holding the edge. 56 is properly holding this gap. 44 is hanging so that he can shoot this way or this way. 41 is probably thinking he's about to get sandwiched by both these blockers. Let's see what happens. So number 1 got nowhere to go. Definitely can't go to the right. He's looking for the cutback. The cutback is probably the most promising decision for him. Is that Harrison? Harrison is doing that one-arm bench press thing like textbook. Same with Clemons. Textbook. He cannot go nowhere. He has to cut it back. So that's good on us. Quinnan beats his block. Gets over to him. Nice. Oh, look at the fight, y'all. Like, look at this fight. You see 41 on the Bucks, 55 on us. And he keeps going. Why is he so mad at 55? What happened? Hold on, let me see. Is it here? Did they just have like a scrappy ass fight or something? So he's trying to shed. Obviously 41 is going to hold him. But he's holding him proper. Like he's holding him close, so it's going to be really hard to call that. Tries to throw him off. Doesn't. 41's too strong. Plays over. 41 is still going at him. What is up with 41? Why is he doing this? What the heck was that about? That was weird, homie. I don't know. You got to ask 41 about that. I got no idea why that happened. Clemons on the right. He has that one pass move always. But, I mean, you don't have him to be a pass rusher. Okay. Next play. Clemons standing up. Oh, okay. He's dropping into coverage. That's so fun. I love it. Let's have some fun. Ooh. I mean, you already know how fumbles go. There's one place the ball can go where only the Bucks can get it, and that's where the ball goes. Look at this cute alignment we got going on. The D tackles are reading strength to this side. The D ends are expecting something inside as well. We got 3 linebackers, so we're in 4-3. Cisco's walked up, 21's walked up just to watch the edges. So we're basically like betting this is going to be a run down the middle as far as Wilkes. And then look, it's a pass. Everyone's trying to recover, get into coverage. Clemons puts pressure on him. Dang it. How did Clemons end up over there? Hold on, let me let this bang out. Okay, so Clemons is flowing. He's probably playing the run read. Everyone's thinking it's going to be a zone left the way everybody's flowing. 21 on the backside, flowing with it while keeping the cutback lane integrity. Everyone's dropping back into coverage. Clemons fighting. He fights 2 guys. And there's no way to block Clemons unless you want to hold him. And they've been holding all game, so they're not about to hold him again. Baker gets away. Right. This was the Clemons penalty, right? Let me take a look. Because from certain angles, it doesn't even look like a face mask. Here's the broadcast footage. Gets in there. It's really hard to tell. I mean, we gotta see a close up. Either way, they threw the flag and the penalty stood. So you got to forgive him a little bit here because it's obviously unintentional. And he's the one guy that was able to fight off multiple blockers and pressure Baker to start scrambling. God damn, why does he look like Barry Sanders against us? Barry Sanders in slow motion. Regardless, it's a penalty. I think coach took Clemons out the game and he has to come in later. But that's really good fight. I mean, look at how many blockers they have in. Their blockers outnumber our rushers, and Clemons was able to fight. And he was trying to grab the shoulder pad, whether he got a finger on the face mask as well. We're never going to know from this angle. But you could work with that. That's some good fight right there. Clemons on the left. Engage, bench press. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. They're just not going to him on the run. Clemons standing up. The only other time he did this, he was dropping into coverage. Yes, good. I love this. This fool's doing what he's supposed to do. We're going cinematic mode. Initiate motion. Clemons is not fooled. He's being left unblocked, but this is obviously different. He's probably going to keep his head on a swivel in case of a pulling blocker, but he sees this extreme stretch right here. So he probably knows this is going to be passed to the outside. Good diagnosis. That's exactly what it was. So he sat. He didn't tunnel vision to 7. He didn't tunnel vision to an invisible ball carrier on the other side. He sat down and he stayed disciplined. He saw the pass was being thrown. He turned and he hustled. That's exactly what you want him to do. Great discipline play right there. Clemons on the left. So far, we learned one thing. He's got grind, hustle, and fight. He's never going to be no elite pass rusher. He's playing smart. Does he have the physical gifts to just like Myles Garrett his way through blocks? No, but he's also not a pushover. You know, he's somewhere in the middle. Engage. Go out. Okay. Was that a stunt? Looks like a stunt in slow motion because Clemons is not known for his speed. Yeah, he couldn't get nowhere. Could we get any pressure on the QB at all? Look at the other dude, lineman. No, they blocked that up nicely. Only person that's going to get close is Quinnen, who goes outside. He pushed the tackle so far back, all he has to do is disengage and cut back in. What else? Clemons on the left. I feel like they're going to try to do some weird shit right here. It's just a funny feeling. Okay, they run to Clemons. Okay, let's see what happened. They actually ran to his ass. Cinematic mode, engaged. Linebackers float with the motion. They stop, diagnose the blocks, look through, back to the running back. So Clemons crashes in. So at first I was like, how did Clemons end up all the way over here? Did he just get manhandled on the block? To me, it looks like he was supposed to crash in and Michael Carter was supposed to take care of this responsibility over here. So you have someone taking on the block. Sometimes if you're the first defender there, you can't be the one to make the play. You got to be the one. It's kind of like, remember when they did wedges on kickoff return and you sent someone to break the wedge, which was pretty much a suicide mission. Even if you did break the wedge, like it was a toll on the body. I'll put it that way. I had to do that a lot. 30 engages the blocker so that the guy behind him, 21 in this case, can be in position to make the play, which he does. So that was textbook. We played that perfect. We played that perfect. Clemons on the left. What you gonna do, big boy? He's standing up again. Unblocked. Okay, well. Thank God he dropped the ball. Clemons felt error. He knows he's about to get a pulling blocker. And earlier in the game when a pulling blocker came, Chop blocked him. So I think he was trying to finesse around that. But that didn't happen. He just walled him off. Got kind of taken out of the play. Not that he would have made it to the play anyway. Clemons out here wide. Power rush. Yeah, I like it. I like the power rush a lot because what you did is you punched the tackle in the mouth and you pushed him into the quarterback. That tackle was like being carried pretty much. But the thing is, if you're the tackle, you gave enough resistance to block for your quarterback, enough to let him get the ball off. So the tackle did his job, but Clemons also did something pretty cool here. Can't really call it one way or the other. But over the course of a game, you really would love to keep doing this to the tackle. Keep punching him in the mouth, punch him in the mouth, soften him up, maybe set him up for a finesse later. And I didn't see a lot of power rush moves from him yet, which I saw him use the power rush a lot in the first two games. This one, he'd been switching it up. He'd been trying to lean to the outside, chop his way to the outside. Here, he just went straight at him. He probably figured, okay, now I got the tackle setting up with finesse, so now I'm going to power him since he's not setting up with power. Gets underneath him, extension, drives him. That's a really good power rush. It's just, I mean, how long did he have to throw here? 1 Mississippi, 2. He got that ball out in less than 2 seconds. And Clemons was the closest to getting pressure on the QB. So, dang, what are we in here coverage-wise? Some kind of zone. Dang, they got our ass. Didn't even matter. Clemons right here. He's head up, which means he's probably going to get some help on the outside just in case. We got our nickel there. Motion back. Yikes, man. Bro, what's going on? So he motions back across. Look at the O-line's first step. One lineman is pulling, everyone else steps left. So our D linemen flow with him, I think. Linebackers are staying disciplined for the cutback lane, which is great. 27 steps up. Okay, cool. So Clemons is obviously going to get the double team the shit out of him right now. This is interesting because would you want 41 to plug the hole, have 44 hang, and then have the ability to shoot one way or the other depending on what the running back does? But then no one's going to have the bounce. So I almost feel like this 44 got to hang and then watch the bounce and this hole. I don't know. I was never a high-level linebacker, so someone's got to spell that one out for me. Bucky makes his cutback step. Whoever this lineman is basically won his double team. Beautiful. So we already know what's going to happen. He's going to have a cutback lane this way. Is this going to be Clemons' fault? Well, no, because it would be his responsibility if he was left unblocked. He would have to stay disciplined and sit down. He's fully engaged in a block right now. So 44 was hanging, which usually means you're going to go off the ball carrier's decision. He decides to cut back this way, so 44 tries to go with him. Stop the play. Oof. He got a key block against him right there. The guy who got left unblocked, can they make the tackle here? 21 came in and made the tackle. I mean, it was okay, you know. You saw 30, he gauged his block. You see the bench press thing again. I just use the term bench press to make it very easy to understand for those who never played in the box. So you definitely can't bounce it on the cutback. Whoever this guy is, he made some key ass blocks to make this work. He basically blocked two guys. Number 15, Tez Johnson. I think after the play, he was flexing, celebrating. Let's look at him. Yeah. I mean, he's probably happy for the ball carrier, but he's probably happy that he just blocked two people. So they just got the better of us. So good job on the Bucs for that. Clemons on the right. Boom, engage. Drop back into coverage. Damn, son. I remember this play, yo. I was so relieved that they couldn't connect, but I was also distraught because they had us beat. They were supposed to catch that. Who was supposed to take that over? Malachi Moore? Damn, man. How did it be like that? Hold on, I gotta see this. Look at the coverage of that same play. Oh my God, what is happening? What are you doing? I mean, what coverage even is this? Because we're showing 4 high. We're sending, what, 6? So we got 1 on the underneath. Once again, I didn't play DB, so all I see is what I see. I can't really tell you the exact call, but it looks like, yes, cover 4, but they're recognizing this guy's breaking out, and this guy's doing something deeper. So it looks like he, who was here, is going to come and take this, which means as he goes, he's got to take him over. And he just let him run right past him. That's crazy, man. I think Malachi Moore did some cool things, but I mean, he's got to get chewed out for that in the film room tomorrow. This is crazy. Because that's a touchdown against any other team. Because people going to see this film, like, trust and believe. Who we play next? Dolphins? If they see us in a 4 high and everyone pressed down, they're probably going to test us. They're going to do the same thing, especially if we got Malachi in there. God damn, they might go ahead and send Tyreek or Waddle or something, like, just, you know what I'm saying, or a corner. I would love to be in the film room and see how they chop this up with him. Anyway, Clemons, it looked like he didn't know what the play was. What am I doing? Where am I? What time is it? Okay, engages, gets push. Once again, they don't go to his side. Maybe the combination of having someone as sturdy as Clemons and one of the better run defense D tackles next to him, number 97, Harrison Phillips. They would rather just run the other way, but then that's where you got Quinnen, and he could play both extremely well. But who's our weakest run defense D lineman? It's going to be Will McDonald. It's probably more to do with let's run towards Will rather than let's run away from Clemons. Just keeping it a buck. Okay, cool. All right, so Clemons. Damn, Clemons ran the whole way. That's good hustle. So obviously they do that rollout finally. Bring 88 in. Clemons has been pretty disciplined as far as keeping an eye out for this. And they have 88 going in block. 88 blocks the shit out of him. Great job by 88. Clemons never stops hustling. You know, you love to see your D lineman not give up. This is the fourth quarter. This is when the Jets were down 20-26. 3 minutes and 36 seconds left. This was a backbreaker. I mean, we got our fucking DBs running into each other. What happened here? Damn, man. 21 and 27. Brandon Stevens and Malachi Moore. Malachi Moore was dropping back into coverage, trying to help cover. Stevens, for some godforsaken reason, trips over a blade of grass into Malachi. Baker's like, oh, perfect. And then he runs for it. If they just didn't trip into each other, Baker would have still had to make a decision. He's waiting. He's going to wait as long as he has to wait to get the pass off. And if I'm Baker, I'm thinking, one of my guys going to get loose because everybody looks like they're in trail technique. But we did good here. But 23, Azariah Thomas, he recovers to his guy really nicely here. See, Baker's not running till now, so AZ done recovered on him. I don't know how he fell either. Do they have a sniper tower or something? Do the Bucks have someone in the sniper tower just taking us out? Like 1, 2, him. What the heck is happening? Oh shit, bruh. We got right there, man. That's kind of embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. What else? Clemons on the right. Nice. How'd that happen though? Let me look at the whole D line. Nice. Great job by Harrison. So his blocker engages. He's sitting in his gap, looking at the backfield, diagnosing. And he's in control. Harrison's in control because he's got an extended arm against him. So it looks like the blocker's engaged on him, but no, if he's got this extension, the D tackle is engaged with him, not the other way around. And 68 is trying to work. He's working his ass over, working. And with all that work, easily gets judoed off in the direction he's trying to work. Harrison makes a swim move last second. Bam. I'm glad we got Harrison Phillips. Very savvy work. Clemons wise, nothing burger. But that's the type of shit I'm talking about with Clemons is like, he don't show up in the stat sheet a lot because he doesn't make plays like some of our other boys, but he's also not being a liability except when he gets penalized. That's the thing. Now, when he was being a liability in terms of having tunnel vision and not holding to his responsibilities, that's a liability, but that hasn't happened in a minute. Like, I know we still hold him to that, but I think the last time we saw that being a huge problem for him was like last year, right? And he ain't really done that yet. So if you can count that as improvement, can we count that as an improvement? Like, he's getting an inch better every week. Like, that should be something I feel like we should be celebrating because, like it or not, he's on our team. And he's here for situations like this when JJ's out. We need him to be capable of taking snaps. And the fact that he's this version of Clemons rather than last year's or the year before, we should be celebrating that, not knocking him. Now, when he gets called for a penalty, okay, stupid penalties. Like, of course, you want to knock a guy for that, especially as fans. He had a stupid penalty in this game. He had a stupid penalty against Josh Allen last week. Because you know how Josh Allen is. He gonna flop. He gets an Oscar award every week for that shit. And I get why Clemons was trying to stay high because he's a passer. So if you stay high, you're in better position to try to bat the ball down. Like, you don't want to run up on a QB at hit level and he could just pass over you. You want to approach him high. And this isn't every D lineman. Like, this is just how some D linemen would be coached. You approach him in a position to where you can put your arms up and bat the ball. Now, you don't want to go helmet to helmet like Clemons did. That was stupid. If you know he already got the ball off and you're going to bump into him, don't bump your helmet to him. Move your head to the side. Just go shoulder. You feel me? You really didn't have to do it like that. But after that, he never did that again. And he was in position to make that same mistake with Josh Allen some more times in that game, but he didn't do it again. So he didn't make the same mistake twice. That's all you want to ask. If you a coach, that's all you can ask out of your player. Just don't make the same mistake twice. And Clemons is that kind of guy. He had that weird penalty where he jumped on a pile late last year. I mean, anybody who's played football, like, you're kind of taught to do that. You want to add your weight to the pile to bring the guy down, right? And I've seen that. I just saw that in a game. Yeah, I saw that on game day. I forgot who was playing, but I saw it and it wasn't called. But they called it on Clemons. It's going to happen sometimes, it's going to not happen. I remember they called it on Jermaine once, like 2 years ago, but he got grace. And Jermaine maybe did it 1 or 2 more times and then never again. Clemons, on the other hand, he got penalized for it that one time, never did it again. Don't make the same mistake twice. Like, that's what you want out of your player. And whether you like it or not, he is our player. So if we want anything out of him, is to learn and improve. Now, you may wish that he could improve miles at a time. It'd be great if it could become Myles Garrett, but not everybody is like that. If you could just not make the same mistake twice and get an inch better every week, then there's always going to be a spot for you. Anyway, let's let this bang out. Let me hop off his lap, you feel me? I'm just trying to keep it a buck, man. Like, because I'm not saying we should celebrate him 100, but we should celebrate his growth. growth, and not judge his play today based on the mistakes he made last year. And if he made a stupid mistake last week, knock him for that, but you can't just erase everything else he did on every other play. Knock him for the one play. You feel me? Like, how would you feel if you went to work and you did 99 things right and one thing wrong? You're going to get your ass chewed out by your manager for that one thing, but you wouldn't want them to chew you out for the other 99 things too. You just want them to chew you out for what you did wrong, not what you did right. Anyway, let me hop off his lap again. Oh yeah, that's the one where they're trying to guess the jump off sides. You think we troglodytes or something? All right, gut check time. 1 minute, 41 seconds left in the game. We are up 27-26. Feeling good, but also feeling nervous because the Bucs have had no problem getting into field goal range all game. They have had problems getting in the end zone here and there, thanks to our defense. But our defense has not been able to stop them from getting the field goal range, and that's all they need to win. So okay, engage. Okay, yeah, he got the shit blocked out of him. That's another thing, bro. Look at this. You know, yeah, I was grateful. I for sure was grateful that they couldn't connect, but this is a problem. This is a score. Like any other team, you got to expect that they're going to score on this. You can't count on them missing. You feel me? Damn, bro. This is that same play. I just want to see the coverage. So we're showing too high and we're nickel. What in tarnation? Oh my god. Okay, so did they swap here? Yeah, due to the route concept, it looks like there's some swapping of responsibilities here where he went deep and he took over this route. Same thing they did to Garrett last week, Garrett Wilson. We didn't have our deep half guy here because he is over here. And the receiver is already right there. Okay, what about our deep half guy on the near side? Who's this? Malachi Moore? Oh my god, he got shake and bake, bro. Keep your eyes on Malachi Moore. He got shake and bake. Look at this. You see 23, point him off too. You see him do that. Who's 23? Azariah? AZ, point him off. Passing him. Shake and bake. Beat. Oh man, like Malachi is getting beat deep consistently. Now, I'm not consistent like every single play, but you can count on it happening. There's gonna be a problem, bro. I know Malachi want to stay in position, get in on the play, not be run off for no reason, but if you do that to a fault, the trade-off is they score on your ass. Man, maybe in college he recovers from this type of shit, but I mean, you already know it's not college no more. But that's a problem. That's a serious problem. And I'm not too worried because this is shit they can get fixed. I mean, this is why he comes in, he gets reps, he gets better. We got bailed out more than a few times in this game, but damn, yikes. Okay, only 2 more plays left. I know I'm in sideline view, but Clemons is at the bottom of your screen here. Pass for us, she's not going to do nothing. Let's face it. We're showing 1 high. Let me go in slow motion, bro. I'm not a DB. I need this shit in slow motion. Oh, cool. Little rotation. Cisco. I mean, look. I never play safety. I never play corner. But I have been on defense. And to my eyes, I feel like Cisco all year so far, just 3 games, he reacting. He's not like, what would you call that shit? Oh, I see this type of concept unfolding. I recognize the play. I'm going to jump it. He reacting. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Because like I said, I never played DB. Like, is reacting good? It doesn't sound like it's a good thing to me. Like, he knows who he's got. He's giving the outside leverage to him. It ain't the worst because there's some better safeties out there, but it's some worse ones too. But you just kind of wish deep down this shit would be better. That was the last one. This is their last vehicle that won in the game. Obviously, we're overloading one side. You got 4 blockers here. You got 6 people on the line, plus Jamie. Get some push, get some goddamn penetration in this bitch. Decent penetration. Very decent. Good hands up, but I mean, honestly, we're probably 6 inches away from blocking this, but almost doesn't mean you did it. They got these 3 points fair and square. They won the game. Cue credits. Damn.